guys want me to look at this piece of shit, but I'll do it. Let's see, so I'd call this an industrials company. Oh, Tweedle. Grr. What Shkreli don't know is I'm actually a genius. Yeah. So I'd say industrial services is kind of where I put these guys. Yeah, the problem, Matthew, is that noobs don't have any money. So noobs don't, like, we don't want to make a tool for noobs because noobs aren't going to be like good customers for us. Like, noobs use Yahoo Finance, you know, they don't pay for it. We want to make tools for people who will pay us millions of dollars, not grumble over whether something's worth 20 bucks or 50 bucks or 100 bucks. Like, we just don't do that. So anyway, a lot of people ask me how to look at stocks. One of the first thing I look at every single stock is these six numbers, sometimes called the big six, if you've watched my stuff for a long time. And they're just basic math. So it's the share price, which obviously you can find anywhere, $4 in this company's case. And then the number of shares, which obviously is very, 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 very important. So there's 165 million shares here, and the date of those, you know, when did you last count that? That's important too. You can't use a stale number. I multiply those two numbers to get the market cap. So the market cap of this company is $664 million. And immediately in my head, I can think about 664 million as a number that kind of represents different things in my head, like 664 million. It's like a really nice building in Manhattan, like basically the best of the best, skyscraper. Like a small cap biotech, like ATYR was like 600 million. So like I can think roughly of like how much that's worth. And I also kind of know what kind of like earnings a company like that would have to sort of be worth that much. And so here's their, never heard of this auditor, but God bless them. Cash, 23,375. So that's the fourth number I look at. How much cash does the company have? It doesn't really matter how much cash or debt a company has, other than just knowing what it is. And then you use that to calculate the enterprise value, which is market cap minus cash plus debt. But let's see if they have more cash than that. They have 23 in cash, but they also have investments, which is 24 million. So I'll include that. And then they have this gigantic amount of property, plant, and equipment because they're Bitcoin miners. So they have all these chips, most likely. I'm going to put that down here. And it's going to be important if a company has like this really large amount of assets that are not the traditional assets, then I need to take a look at it. PP&E is a traditional asset, but it's often, you know, we deal, in today's economy, almost every company's like pretty asset light. So if you're not asset light, I want to understand what you are a little bit better. So they have a little bit of debt, tiny bit of debt. There's some seller financing, it looks like. A lot of little pieces of debt here, actually. But it adds up. So about no net cash, which is fine. But now the question is like, how do we calculate their revenue and cash flow and stuff like that? Yeah, right now I'm not going to look at the PP&E as something that's like that important yet. But I do just want to keep in the back of my mind that there is a large amount of PP&E, and just get a sense for it. So this is this 12 months? Canadians. Yeah, it's for the year ended. Okay, so this is the full year. The revenue, so this fiscal year, I just write 331, 24, 331, 25. So revenue went down. They had revenue from digital currency mining. So digital, you know, I'll just put mining. And then they have HPC, which is their new business. I guess they're trying to do cloud and like AI, most likely. And so revenue is slightly up because of that. Cost of goods, very, very high, as you can imagine. Operating and maintaining costs and put in depreciation or not. And I got coffee, I'm fine, I ate breakfast. Thanks, man. So even without depreciation, margins are really, really low. So obviously they do have to replace their chips, and we can't just ignore depreciation. But it's very concerning that even without that, you're looking at extremely low margins. I mean, you're basically saying that electricity, assume the chips are free. Thank you. The way you can thank me is just sign up for Goodell. All right, SG&A. At least it's sort of a leanish company. So yeah, if they never have to buy chips again, it's a little bit profitable, but it's really a small amount. It's like 10, 20 million. Really not that great. So hard to sort of see any value here given the circumstances. Now, are they going to try to pivot to be an AI company? And that's the new story. I hate that term, by the way. That's the new stock story. You know, everyone in stocks has different religions, and you can tell what my religion is. I'm a value investor. I don't believe in stories. I don't believe in momentum. I don't believe in perception. I don't believe in any of that shit. I believe in cash flow. That's my investing religion. And I think it's important for you to have an investing religion. And you can't be a pagan. You can't be like, oh, my investing religion is whatever. But you have to decide what your religion is. And obviously, I'm using that term generally, not talking about theology. If your religion is you're a value investor, you probably look something like me. If your religion is, look, I'm just a P&L. I only care about P&L. Well, that's not perfect because you still have to have a strategy. You know, maybe you're a short-term investor. Maybe you think about all that stuff. It's a little bit complex, but it kind of boils down to having a style. You know, so basically, what is your style of investing? Yeah, narrative. Look, I mean, there is no right way is the most important thing I have to point out here. You know, you guys have seen me make plenty of bonehead moves, and you've seen me make some good moves. And the same thing applies to a narrative investor, right? So like a narrative investor wants to be long Palantir, and a value investor probably doesn't, but you also have to think about value differently. Like there are people like Steve Mandel who thought about value quite differently. So you don't always have to be, value investing does not necessarily mean gram and dot. All right, so these guys are kind of cooked. Like they're probably gonna try to do the BS like move to like, I don't know, becoming a AI company. Yeah, through AI solutions and Bitcoin mining. And it's kind of going to be a top, like all these crypto guys trying to pivot to AI. Like, could this be the next NVIS or the next CoreWeave? Yeah, it could be, and that's why I'm sure people are excited about it. But like, clearly Bitcoin hasn't worked for them. And it's kind of this arms race that isn't really working well. Because it's like, okay, they have all these exahashes, but they're not actually making any money. And here they're doing some deal with Bell Canada. Megawatts, pretty tiny. But, you know, the market kind of likes these stocks for now, so they said they had EBITDA here. Let's see. this high performance compute revenue, the AI business is definitely going to be growing. But yeah, it's just not that exciting regardless. Still gross margin negative. Is that right? Let me check here. 50, yeah, it's negative gross margin. Gross operating margin excludes D&A. Exclude D&A, it's great, but like you still have depreciation, you still have to buy new chips. So you can't really exclude that. So I don't know, it looks like crap to me. Like I know there's tons of stocks like this, but it doesn't feel like a stock I have to look at or trade. I always stay away from HIVE, HIVE. Okay, let's see what else. Celestica, CLS. It's an old company. Yes, I like abstract algebra. Of course. Celestica's pretty big. Yeah, so Celestica is just EMS, right? It's a classic electronic manufacturing assembly company. We gotta make the DES and Intel better. Do something really cool there. You'll see. So Celestica is a kind of cool. I guess I put it in hardware, electronics. Yeah, abstract algebra is really great. Don't sleep on it. Yeah, we're short IonQ. IonQ is one of the best shorts I've ever seen in my whole career. I'm long a little bit of EQ. I gotta put golf back up on my screen. Yeah, I'm short IonQ. Right, so golf's $5, 4.5 roughly. Oh, golf's down 15%. What happened there? Hope it's not down just because I shit on it or something. Yeah, that's kind of not exactly the right way, Daniel, but roughly is correct. Yeah, I think he's a great short. I shorted some right here. Quantum networking, baby. Gotta love quantum networking. Whatever that is. Jabil and Celestica are the two big players. Roughly the same market cap. Yeah, I bought some Sarepta. Aqua is interesting. Yeah, Pluto will work on it. Just check with my coworkers on something real quick. Okay. I have to upload this really big thing. Let's see. Aha. To make a CSV. Give me a moment to write some code, I think. Doing string processing. Let me look up the Celestica 10K while I'm at it. So I type CF in Godel, which is company filings. And this is a lot faster than going to sec.gov because I don't even have to use my mouse. If you're really professional investor, you don't use your mouse, you just fly in on the keyboard. Price is $247 a share. to see if I know every keystroke on. I do. Control Alt plus zooms in. That is so elite. So anyway, 247 bucks a share, 115 million shares. That's 28, 29 billion USD market cap. Incorporated in 1996, domiciled. They were IBM's manufacturing unit. They were doing manufacturing services to IBM for 75 years. Wow. It's an interesting history. So there's some corporate speak here. We deliver innovative supply chain solutions globally to customers in 2 operating segments, advanced technology and connectivity and cloud. So ATS is aerospace and defense, industrial, health tech, and capital equipment. So these are like not, well, capital equipment is semi and display. And then there's cloud and connectivity and cloud. So that's storage and servers and storage. Most of their customers are OEMs, including hyperscalers, Toronto company. Really low margin. Again, it's outsourced manufacturing. A lot of assembly, I think. Top 10 customers, 70% of revenue. I'm guessing that's AWS and Azure, guys like that. It's called EMS, by the way. Anybody that doesn't know the industry. I don't know it well, particularly, by the way. They do a ton in communications, so I think they're working a lot of telecom there. Six Sigma culture, let's go. I wonder if they do TQM as well. 70% of revenue is Asia. That is pretty typical of this industry. Competitors, Benchmark, Flex, Hanhai. You know who Hanhai is. Jabil, Plexus, and Sanmina. $27,000 employees. China, Japan, Mexico, Romania, Singapore, and Spain. This is the kind of company that would benefit from robotics, to be honest, but like, I think human labor is their biggest cost. But I don't know if we're too early for Optimus and Figure and those kinds of robots to help a company like Celestica. They got 1 million square feet in China and Malaysia, where they just got in Thailand. So between Thailand, Malaysia, and China, almost 4 million square feet of just workers just working away. That's where you ATR longs are going. Yeah, we're sending you over there. Enjoy. You're going to put together phones. Yeah, you're putting phones together. For Apple, via Celestica. So Celestica can put you in the sweatshop, but Apple denies it. Get back to fucking work. Fucking phone together.把手机他妈的传回来！
把手机他妈的装起来！
The fucking phone together.
把手机他妈的装起来！
Yeah, put it together right now, Bender. You're going. I'm taking you to China. That's how you're gonna make back all this ATYR money you lost. And you're gonna become fluent in Chinese, and you're gonna enjoy that rice. You're gonna eat a lot of rice. You can eat a lot of rice. You're gonna eat a lot.
He died like a dog. He died like a dog. Made in China. Made in China. 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 China.
Luke. Holler at me Chinese. Yeah, Rio, there's so many of those. I'm sorry in advance. Eat the fucking rice. Put the Texas Instruments chip in the Apple phone like we told you to. Alright, so revenue for Celestica is obviously a very pretty cyclical company as well. So revenue's been booming. I'm assuming they made some kind of acquisition because they grew 20-something percent. You can see how low the gross profits are. We're going to model that in a second, but talking 10% gross margins. Eat the fucking rice. Rice is great. Rice is carbs, protein, everything you need. Just eat every day the same fucking thing. I was in jail, now you're gonna be in jail. Yeah. We'd eat the same damn thing every day. I can't talk right now. Eat the fucking rice. I think rice has protein. I have a lot of Chinese viewers. They think it's funny. They're not offended. Those are my homies. What do you think the quants are on Wall Street? Wall Street's run by Chinese and Indians now, dog. It's over for you whites. Over you crackers. 5-10 years? Maybe like 10-15 years? Wall Street's all Asian. It's over. They're gonna look at you, your Indian manager's gonna look at you and be like, okay, yeah, thanks for coming in for the interview. He's gonna go back. It's gonna be like 6 other Indian guys. He's gonna be like, I don't think he's gonna fit our culture. Other dude is like, I don't think so either. There's just something off with him. Seems like he probably smokes a lot of weed. I know. Can we really handle a guy like this coming into our office with his tattoos? Listening to his rock and roll music? I don't think he's right for our company. Next guy comes in from IIT, they're like, we're so happy to meet somebody like you. Really looks like you're gonna be a great part of our organization. Look, I mean, it's meritocracy at the end of the day, but we tried to talk all those people into. I hope somebody clips these. Every time we get binary right, the longs are like, why would you be helping us? Out of the goodness of your heart? No, you just want us to sell so the price goes down. Like, first of all, retard, you selling will not make the price go down. You have $500. You need that $500. Why? Because KFC has a sale and you need to feed your fucking family. You need the 10-piece. Normally you can only get the 6-piece. This week you can get the 10-piece meal. So sell your stock, get the 10-piece meal, and make your family happy for once. Instead of buying some stock that you don't even fucking know anything about. Would you become a biotech expert overnight? Really? Really? You're a biotech expert now. I've only been doing it 25 years, but I want you to sell your 500 shares. That's going to make me happy. Because I'm not going to wait until it goes down 90%. No, I'm waiting for you. You specifically to sell your 500 shares. Then I'm going to get out. Pisses me off. You just want to shake me out for those free shares, those cheap shares. Yeah, I really want to buy this dog shit. That's what I want to do. I hit you with something like, there's never been a sarcoidosis drug ever FDA approved because it's an impossible to treat disease. It's not even really a disease. Like, yeah, you're just saying that. Wait, it's true? Well, this will be the first one. Okay. Okay, what about the p-value was not statistically significant? Well, it will be in the next trial. The mechanism of action doesn't make any sense. You're just a hater, you're just a shorty. We're gonna squeeze you, shorty. They are coming. Okay, so Celeste Gravity Debt. Let's see. I want to see how to get this font. I guess I could do it this way. No. Should I do keyboard only for font? Any Excel masters know how to do this? Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. It's Arial 10. You work for me, you're doing Arial 10. I see another font, model's going in the trash. Sorry. I told you. Arial 10. Now I can actually entertain you guys instead of be sitting here flummoxed and looking at this clinical trial upside down to see if I understand any better that way. I'm so happy I don't have to worry about fucking sarcoidosis ever again until the next sarcoidosis trial fails. Okay, so Celeste's not very levered, which is probably a good idea. Enterprise value and market cap are the same thing. If you don't understand what enterprise value is, you better figure that out before, just press pause, go figure that out. It's pretty important. Oh, Nick Fuentes. Oh, pendejo. Pendejo. My gay friend. Oh yeah, does anybody know how to resize the cell? Okay. Resize the cell column to the fit. That's a good one. Angle counterclockwise. Let's go. Alt HOI. Are you a beast? Damn. Damn, some of you are beasts. Some of you are beasts. Oh, I just got the shortcut for banning you for trying to troll me. You're done. You're done. It's over for you. Yeah, shift work disorder is a real disease, man. What about Opera? Options Pricing Reporting Authority? Or the browser? Chinese browser. He doesn't waste his life chasing women and you call him gay? I just had a son. Well, yeah, the fact that he doesn't have a woman and sleeps with men makes him gay, yes. That little detail there. I mean, anybody that likes Nick Fuentes needs their head checked, man. Nick Fuentes, money? Money. Here, pause, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't endorse. I can't even call Destiny, man. Fucking Destiny, man. I don't know what the appeal behind Nick Fuentes is. I don't want to know. He's like a race realist, basically. And I get it, like there's something, you know, to that to some extent, but I ain't trying to hear it in my ear. Yeah, it's not 2016 no more, man. Got better things to do than worry about Great replacement theory. Oh no, we're being replaced again. Oh, that was a melting pot, man. What happened to melting pot? Oh, it's only a melting pot for me. That was a little Andrew Tate there. It can't be a melting pot, okay? If they're gonna put people with different skin color here, that's not a melting pot. Tristan, tell him, Tristan. You can't drink the water, okay? With a melting pot. If the water isn't clear water. Water. Yeah, we definitely do need immigrants. Yeah, country building isn't easy. I mean, I don't know what the answers are. When somebody says national identity, they're really trying to find a nice way to say race. I was in the Uber today, and the guy had on his surat. You guys know what that is? Debate him. I mean, yeah, that is a good point. You're not wrong about that. But I find he has a very good way about kind of dodging these debate questions directly. It's really tricky. It said Surat, but I don't know. I think it was Sulah, maybe? I don't know. It was some religious thing, some Islamic thing. I loved listening to it. It was great. I don't fucking speak Arabic. And dude's listening to this thing in Arabic, and I'm just like, oh my god. If I tell him to turn it off, he's gonna be like, my brother, what's the problem? So Celestica didn't do any acquisitions, so I don't know how they got this massive revenue bump, but 20% revenue growth is pretty high for EMS. So, is this the greatest short ever? Tell me. Free cash flow. How the hell is this not a great short? What the hell am I looking at? Talking about 500. I mean, this is silly. Chad, do you understand what this is? How is Celestica trading at 40 times? What the fuck is this? I gotta ask my old boss, man. He knows these stocks better than I do. I guess they've just been growing like a weed. But like I said, I want to look back to what was their revenue in 2010. You have no choice but to embrace Islam. It's the new religion of the United States. If you don't like it, move to Australia. Australia is going to be the only free place, but Australia is not that free either. Australia is kind of like a fucking... Isn't Australia pretty what do they call it? Oh, did they move? Celestica moved from 20... Oh, yeah. They're 10K. They're 20F, now they're 10K. Australia's kind of censorship as well, right? Yeah, we can do that, Boyle. That's so easy to do. This is basic research. I don't know why people are so impressed by that, but we'll do it. Australia's cooked. You would think Australia would be the last place to be cooked. There's just the US left, and the US is kind of cooked too, man. Poland, let's go Poland. That's really interesting, Rio. Thank you for the insight. China plus one. What's the China plus one strategy? Basically, manufacture there and somewhere else? Damn. This car alarm, man. I'm gonna go down there and smash this car's windows. Warren Buffet, man. You gotta bounce, bro. times gross profit. Let's say gross profit doubles again, you still. The 90th percentile, Pluto. Baby sleeping good. I made the software that I'm using now called Godel. It's a financial information terminal. You should check it out. Go back a few more years for Celestica. I always think that people think that people outsource to China because it's cheap when it's actually just skilled labor, at least according to many folks. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Yeah, I think this is a bubble. The fuck is this stock has no business being this valuable? You're a fucking break-even company for a while, cash flow basis. Are you kidding me with this shit? William, what up? Easy money stacks. Oh, big customers: Cisco, Dell, Juniper. These are 2019. Let's try this. Cisco, Dell, Juniper. 2019. Looks like Cisco was moving away. Dell was just briefly a customer there. Juniper was a big customer in 2017. I see. Alejandro's killing it, but I think he sold his IonQ, man. We fucked his P&L up. Swear to God, if I can't find this income statement. It's old 20F. Income statement's a different place every time. professor in finance class shows you this cash flow stream. Free cash flow. He says, what's this worth? Right, a couple billion? It's 30 billion, what the fuck? The hell is that, right? Would you pay 30 billion for that? Would you rather have $30 billion or Celestica? Tossing off a couple hundred in cash every year. Make it make sense, man. Fucking manufacturing outsourcing. How exciting can it be? Sounds like you got some mental problems, dog. You need to work that out. Psychologist can't help you. You got issues. You got some issues, Stan. ADHD drugs aren't that great. You know, they don't do very much. They kind of have a bad reputation. They're pretty dinky. Kind of one of the black eyes of pharma, if you will. Dog shit company, bro. Seems like a very good short. Yeah, something's up with my buying power. I think all this crazy option shenanigans might have to wait for tomorrow. Which job did I love the most? Probably working for wonderful Steve Shapiro. First big hedge fund job. I was really excited. Can't say it was that good. It takes a long time before you can get good at a job like that. You know, you need a lot of seasoning. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, but man, that was great. I was also a little just like idealistic and young. Like it was a good time in my life. I didn't have much, but I didn't care. Kramer was interesting too. Kramer was a bit of a slog because I was in college. I was just kind of, I could never gain the respect of being an official employee because I was always kind of this too young kind of guy. Even though I thought it was pretty clear I was very talented, there was still a little of that kind of like, oh, you know, you're still in college kind of thing. unfortunate, you know. Back then, you know, this is 25 years ago. You know, where did you go to college and all that shit mattered quite a bit. It still matters quite a bit. I agree with you, William. And I was kind of promoted a little bit, but it was a bit of a. It's just sort of a half a promotion. It was nice though. I mean, you know, everybody at that firm was a really good person. I mean, well, most of the people at that firm were really good people, and especially the big bosses. I think that, you know, they did a really good job of being flexible with me, which was nice. Because I was not always easy to work with. But I tried my best. I mean, hedge funds are a little bit crazy in general. I mean, it's just kind of a madhouse, you know. What is this? Copied it wrong. Yeah, what the fuck? This is such a dog shit business, man. Basically like, okay, Dell, the shit you don't want to do, we'll do it for you. Mostly human rights violations. They've just slowly shunt the share count over. It's like decades. That's kind of one of the reasons, you know, they've done pretty well. Just well managed, but very expensive stock. It's not much biotech software. There's Schrodinger that makes molecular dynamics software. I tried to compete with them a while back. It's a tough company to compete with. They make very good software, and people in that world, like, people use software and just don't ever change it. You got to be really close to that community, and you have to market the shit out of it. Lab software is good though. I mean, I don't think it's that bad of a business. But yeah, Celestica looks like a juicy short, man. I don't think I mean, maybe the idea is like, oh, tariffs, you know, with tariffs, these guys are a big winner, but Trump's not going to be in the White House forever. Oops, wrong number there. Trade relationships will probably normalize a little bit. These guys have been buyback machines. What are they buying their stock back with? This is like aggregate cash flow over the last 11 years is $1 billion, but it's trading at 29 billion. Fuck out of here, man. How? That is a pretty funny way to trigger people. Trump 2028 would be funny. Yeah, Yeah, PGen looks potentially good. Okay. All right. I think their biggest cash flow ever was 300 million. I mean, even if they get to get somehow to a billion in cash flow, free cash flow, they still don't get it. This is peak cycle shit too. This is a good short. Never heard of that, Lucas. Sounds fake to me.